Welcome back to Witness Stories. I experienced attending sessions with sleeping trans mediums as a part of my parents' membership in a paranormal study club. At one point, we asked for a special message for me when I was 16 years old. The source for the medium told the story of one of my past lives. By way of background, I did have some issues that were curious, and I may be the only one who knew anything about these. Certainly not the medium, and most likely not my parents either. I was very shy about those issues at the time. The two biggest were that I did have some preference for the left and right side of my face and my body to be exactly the same. I didn't let that bother me, but I did often take notice in the mirror. I did try and use both hands whenever possible. Once when I do something with this hand, and then I would try and do this once with the other hand. My back and posture I kept as even as I possibly could. Some other issues also became obvious. I did not like dramas. And I did not like to be in charge of people, forcing them to be compliant or controlled. A third one is that I take great care to strap things down when packing a car or a truck. And I can pack like I'm playing a game of Tetris. I can move all things very well by myself and pack it all tight. And I'm very studious about sealing and keeping foods safe and fresh. To me, this one past life made sense for these traits. See if you agree with me. However, you may have to think about it a bit. So, the following was from the source via the medium. To me, it said, "You were a sailor on a Chinese ship that was part of a great fleet of the emperor. Your job was to take charge of the cargo, the hold, and keep it supplied. During the travels of the fleet, there was a great storm encountered. A number of the ships sunk. You were in the hold when yours went down. But as it sank, you were hanging on to the backside of the hold cover, and that cover lifted off. It floated away from the sinking ship in the storm. When the weather cleared, you were still hanging on to the cover. It was like a platform made of wood, so you laid down on top of the cover. Nothing else you could do. One side of your face got sunburned very badly, so you could not lay on that side. So you just continued to burn on the one side. After a very long time, your float came up onto an island beach. On this island, the people had a prophecy. They expected to soon have their God come to them and live with them for a time. This God, just to let you know, I think of it as a minor deity, not the great God. This God was half black and half white. On their beach, they found you there with a perfectly dark side and a white side, lighter than anything known to them at the time. They nursed you back to health, but by the time you learned the language, it was too late. You became the highest authority in their civilization at that time. That's what I was told. So, just to compare, in this lifetime, I avoid taking charge of groups when I can, but if I do, I know how to jolly them along and be a good host. If I have to, I can put on tough love. Mostly, I rarely feel like it was a perfect performance, but make no mistake, managing people is a performance if done well. Much later than this, reading from me by the medium, I learned that the first emperor of China did indeed send out a fleet to explore the world. This actually happened more than once. At the time of the reading, this was not well known in the West. So you can kind of figure out some of those attitudes that I picked up while in that lifetime impose themselves on my personality this lifetime. That's kind of typical for past lives. Something in your personality, something in your person, it does hold over.